From global cities to the heart of Africa, and right here in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, the story is the same.
See my mother here, see my stepmother here, see one our elder brother on. They even our emir for Gariki, even see that beragan, do it the matter.
I'm about water for long. I'm walking. Shabba, mammy. Walking, I'm about what did I mean? And my did I? Mabakaba, yeah, church, yeah. I man, a so going pay. She again. Yes, she knows that, you know.
As you just come, they enter houses, they throw tear gas. Set 2 girls die.
Original inhabitant communities are being pushed aside, displaced, and left struggling in the shadow of urban expansion and state development. Forced evictions, cultural erosion, and political exclusion continue to define their experience.
We are underrepresented. It's like we don't have a voice in the federal legislature. And then the Constitution now says that that is our own State House of Assembly. How can we have a State House of Assembly where we are not properly represented?
The Act has placed them into a great disadvantage as well. So as we are talking now, government has seized their ancestral land and they don't have any other place to go. This is the only place they know as their home.
In Africa, in countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa also share in the burden. It is even more critical in Nigeria. The Macaurth case in Lagos is a recent example, showing how waterfront residents have long faced eviction, loss of homes, and lack of formal recognition. In the north, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, remains a major epicenter of rights violations against original inhabitants. Fear is currently mounting in Ido Seriki community following the erection of a demolition notice signpost by the Nigerian Navy, with the traditional palace now also under threat. One of the major problems in Abuja is the absence of a clear legal framework for compensation and resettlement after the city became FCT.
We don't have a document like a template to follow, which is why the minister is trying now to ensure that before the end of his time in FCT, we have a working document, because there's no how you want to reset without a document that can tell you what to do.
Under the rule of law is that you can't confiscate someone's property without following the due process of law.
Despite an estimated 2 million original inhabitants in the FCT, they remain largely unrepresented politically.
We want to be able to enjoy those rights and privileges and freedom that the Constitution guarantees each citizen of Nigeria to be able to contest all elections, including the governorship election.
By land mass and population, Abuja ought to have nothing less than 4 to 5 senatorial districts, nothing less than 6 to 8 federal constituency, nothing less than 18 local government.
Kwali is demanding the creation of a state for Abuja as a solution to long-standing marginalization.
The Supreme Court has said this is a state. And so if this is a state, what we expect is that the National Assembly should now look at the Constitution and remove those areas of Constitution so that FCT can operate as any other state. So that the administrative processes that go on in other states can also go on appropriately in the FCT.
Traditional crafts and historical practices are gradually disappearing.
Where we normally get the materials, the clay, especially the trees that we normally get the back of the local beans to use as a paint to polish our pots, it has become a problem.
Federal capital don't come clear the everywhere now, the Abuja. Even when we are entering inside and making the match, there's no space again.
Demolition and displacement are weakening long-standing heritage. Women bear greatest hardship from the situation.
No any business that they do now. Before they do business, but nothing we can say now that still population not there for this Kuchibe now again.
As I see things cannot help me, I bring most of this thing out so that I can use and they feed my children.
The rising frustration among young people is evident, with warnings of possible future consequences.
I'm not only afraid of what will happen to Ido people, but FCT entirely. Because I believe if FCT will be in trouble today, the whole of Nigeria will not be at rest.
To avert a looming crisis, the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, CRICED, with support from the Macaurth Foundation, is addressing the issues.
I can tell you that so far the awareness is gaining ground. We have internationalized it. Every year since 2023 we'll be participating in the expert mechanism on the rights of indigenous people in Geneva, and this year we will also be there to further restate the issue of the original inhabitant and to also tell them the state of things and drum for international support.
There is no doubt the interventions are yielding results.
CRICED has developed a framework involving different angles and coming up together to support the whole process.
With the advent of this project, you could see some form of communal and togetherness among the OIs. They have like a channel that they can channel all their grievances, and also have like a team in CRICED to project and amplify their voices.
Despite these testimonies, more are still expected amid ongoing struggles over land, identity, and survival. As Nigeria's original inhabitants continue to demand recognition, protection, and inclusion in national development.